Hey, viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to the land of Sir Beanted. Now, Phil, Connor, I've got an immediate question that you both need to answer right now. Your lives depend on it. If you don't answer, that's absolute failure and bad things are going to happen. You'll be cursed with 7 years of misfortune each. You ready?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay, well, Phil's not ready, but Connor is, so, that's fine. Who's your favourite My Little Pony character, you two?
Fuck.
Fuck, that character, yes.
That's not the name of one.
Fuck. Yeah, but that.
Rainbow Dash. Is
Rainbow
that one?
Dash. Yeah, that is one, yeah.
Yes. That's
See,
my favourite.
you got it right.
That's you're just the first one that pops into your head.
But what about you, Phil? You've not answered yet.
I don't know because I've never got myself involved
You don't
with
know any
it.
characters? You're not even just encountered, the one little bit of information at some point while just browsing online that says any character names, anything like that?
I haven't
That's
actually.
like-
No. Maybe one day my niece will take a liking to it and be like, oh, and tell me which one she likes. I'll just grab that one.
And
So,
Phil will turn
yeah.
into a complete brony at a late age and all that.
No, I don't think so. I don't really want to go that route.
Friendship is magic, Phil.
Friendship is magic. That's it.
No, I didn't want this episode to just be me rambling about My Little Pony or us trying to talk about that show. How are you guys doing? I just thought I'd ask that
All
silly
right.
question at the start for the hell of it.
All
Yeah.
right. Not too. Actually, no. Actually, we can go on to something there. We can sort of delve into something, sort of segue. Yeah. Well, anyway, because we haven't heard Connor's view, but do you remember a good few episodes we talked about our own childhood TV shows?
Oh,
Yeah, and we went through ours. But obviously, Connor, you weren't with us at the time. I think you were busy, which is unacceptable in this day and age.
Sorry, I won't have. Yeah.
Good. What were your sort of childhood shows when you were little?
I think when I was a tiny spawn, Teletubbies was one.
Yeah, I think we mentioned that. Yeah,
Rosie and Jim.
Rosie and Jim.
Rosie and Jim.
Oh yeah.
I think there was like an animated show of some guy who goes into a clothes shop and it's like a time machine or something.
Oh God, yeah, that's the one I was talking to Andrew about, and
Oh,
I
what
don't
was
think you knew Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben, yeah.
Mr.
that's it.
Ben, yeah,
I
I
don't
watched
remember
that.
that.
Yeah. He always went into a fancy. He went into a fancy dress shop, and he took the clothes of what he was about to turn into. So like he put on clothes of a lawyer or a judge, and then he'd become the judge. I think he'd become the profession that he clothed up in.
Weird.
We
I don't
can't
remember
really
that.
dress up as Jeffrey Epstein or anything.
Oh God!
Oh my god.
Gee, Prince Andrew.
Ooh, boy, that went in a direction all of a sudden, didn't it now?
That was Mr. Bean, as in Been.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh dear,
Anyway,
yes.
anyway, moving
Man,
on.
My Little Pony and Jeffrey Epstein in the space of 5 minutes. What an episode this is going to turn out to be.
And then became Prince Andrew. Like, oh, I can't sweat.
Oh, shit. Dear
Good
me.
Pizza Express.
Mr. Ben, that was it. Oh, I'm happy that someone else knew about that show, though. Yeah, I used to watch that quite a bit.
Yeah.
What else? Hey Arthur.
I was just thinking of Hey Arnold just then myself for some reason.
Hey Arnold. Oh yeah.
I can't
I was
remember any
thinking
actual
of that.
stories or anything from it, but I just remember the opening credits with what's her face going, "Move it, football head." What's
Helga.
she called? Helga. That was her name.
Helga,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yes.
I should also mention, we did actually, in the last So You're Being Hunted episode, which you enjoyed, we did actually tell all the viewers it was your birthday. So hopefully, I've all wished you a massive, gigantic happy birthday and with lots of kisses at the end.
Yes, we also doxed you. We also told them your social security numbers and everything. So, hope you don't
Great,
mind.
yeah. I definitely have one of those.
Yeah, because you live in the US, of course.
Indeed.
Yeah, Rosie and Jim, that's good. I remember this is a very old one. That's probably even like parents would have watched it. Bagpuss.
No, Bagpuss.
Yeah, my mum watched that.
Yeah, my parents did. My dad was a big. He loved the Magic Roundabout.
Oh yes.
He was a big fan of that when he was little. Magic Roundabout. I'm not sure about my mum, to be honest. I need to
Yeah.
ask her because I'm not sure what she watched when she was younger. But yeah, it was. But my
I'll ask her.
favourite. What was that?
Said I'll ask her for you.
Oh.
How
my.
rude! How very rude!
Dearie me.
That is so degrading. I thought you were a nice person, but you turned out to be. It's okay. I'll see your mum next Thursday. Anyway, so. So what a bad boy you've been.
Oh, come outside with Pippin. That was one.
Oh,
Uh,
I remember one of the ones that I watched, which I mentioned at the very start of our last one, that I used to love, absolutely love when I was a kid. I don't know if you saw this work on a Dexter's Lab.
Oh yeah, Dexter's Lab is a great show.
I used to love that when I was a kid. That would be like I think that was my favourite show at the time when I was little. I'd always go for that. I'd always see what time it was on, and then I'd go and see with his horrible sister Dee Dee.
Dee Dee, yes.
That's the battle.
Yeah, the fact that it was only his sister who knew the lab existed, and his parents were completely and utterly oblivious to his lab in their own house.
She couldn't have been that bad because she never told anybody.
Never ratted him out.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's the reason, because she was extremely dumb.
Oh.
I remember. Yeah. But I think there was one episode where the parents did finally find the lab, but were like, they had no idea. They're like, where are we? They thought they'd been drugged or something. They're like, oh, where are we? What's this? And they didn't realise it was their own son's lab. But
Should we hypnotise them or mind control them to forget something?
yeah,
Vaguely remember that.
Yeah.
But I loved it. Oh, it was the ultimate kids' TV show for me when I was younger. I would, to the point, I'd be like, if my parents were watching TV and Dexter's Lab was about to come on, I'd be like, oh, please, can I watch it, please? Sometimes they'd be like, no, I'm watching our show. But sometimes they're giving like, fine, okay then.
Phil's first addiction in life, Dexter's
Lab. I love the intro as well.
Yeah.
But that was a good one. I remember Andrew used to countless times. That's why I even gave you the challenge as Thomas the Tank Engine for you, wasn't it?
When I was very, very young.
That was one for me too.
Yeah. Had an old VHS tape with a load of them on it back in the day, back in the early 90s, whenever it was. God, and I can still remember a few storylines vaguely. So
yeah. What was the name of the place where they lived?
Sodor.
Sodor, that's it, yeah.
Island of Sodor, yes. See,
Sodor.
I remember.
That's like a Bethesda place.
It does, doesn't it? It does sound a very Bethesda place.
Yes.
I wonder if they got. Maybe they get. I've been to Sodor recently.
Tolkien, Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's going to appear in the next Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
You know?
Elder Scrolls 6. I swear to God, if they called it Sodor, I think the who's the person who was it who made Thomas the Tank Engine? There were a few things to say about that.
Yeah. Which production company was it that made the Thomas the Tank Engine and TV
Which was
stuff?
it? Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we need to ask Google.
What's his face, Reverend Audrey, but what was the TV?
Yeah, who made the? Let's ask Google, because it's just going to bug us. Okay,
Yeah.
Google. Who was it who made the Thomas the Tank Engine TV show? Have a look. What we've got here.
Heard "Hey Google" and then a gunshot from Sir. Just had brilliant timing there.
There you go. Britt Allcroft
Okay.
made it into the TV show.
I see.
Yeah, that was a classic. I think the majority of people would have watched that. But another one that Connor mentioned, Teletubbies. I think when you're really young, I think nearly everyone went for that.
Yeah.
My niece has actually got a little Tinky Winky
Actually now.
stuffed toy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was also some controversy, wasn't there, about Tinky Winky?
Oh, yeah.
The stupid bloody.
Was he gay?
Yeah.
Controversy. It was the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people didn't like him because they thought he was because he carried a handbag. He was gay.
Because he was purple and carried a handbag, yeah. But there was wasn't it Tinky Winky's actor, technically, who did a fantastic post in response to that, which basically was, he's a character in a children's TV show. He's not gay or straight or anything. He's a character in a children's TV show. Why are we making this into something that is?
Yeah, that's a perfect response. The only thing about Teletubbies that I always found freaky is I didn't like the baby in the sun.
Oh,
that was always weird.
For me, it wasn't the baby in the sun. It was those weird periscope things that come out the ground. Remember those? Yeah. And they come up and there'd be a voice like, "Where have the Teletubbies gone?" I don't know what it is, but I always found those a bit weird as a kid. Didn't like them.
Yeah, and that's. And have you noticed that the vacuum cleaners look very? Was that where the Henry Hoovers maybe got their inspiration from? That would be funny if it was that, wouldn't it?
Don't know. What came first, Nunu in Teletubbies or Henry Hoover? I have to Google it and find out.
Real trivia question.
Yeah.
Aye.
Maybe they. That would be the X-rated Teletubbies. Oh, what's this vacuum cleaner?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
oh, what's this vacuum cleaner do?
Down
Believe
the
me, you're
right.
right. Research on that one.
Yeah,
That's
that
one
was the one
episode
that got
never,
barred.
that never made it to air. Yeah, that would probably be one of those. Those mock the week scenes.
Oh,
We'd like
God,
to see.
no.
The children's TV shows, children's episodes that never made it to air.
This week on the Teletubbies, Tinky Winky discovers a new use for Nunu.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yikes.
Tinky Winky discovers Big Winky.
Ugh. 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 Ah. No.
I think there was one where they did that, and I think it was Hugh Dennis came up with this something like Tinky Winky saw Dipsy's Lala. Ooh.
Perfect. Mm.
Yeah, it's always good, those scenes we'd like to see.
Fun thing is, though, there are like a couple of Teletubbies episodes which I think you do see a lot of like discussion videos of on YouTube in terms of, did you find them creepy when you were a kid? There was one that was like a weird, like a lion and a bear or something.
Oh, yeah.
In an episode that everyone says is really like creepy and freaky because it's like these big sort of flat wooden animals. One's a lion, one's a bear, and they're on wheels and they like charge around the landscape. But something about the voices. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. There were some freaky moments. I think at some stage, all children's TV shows will have had some odd moments that you only really understand when you're an adult.
There was another one, I think, that was like where, because it was like really sort of poor early sort of 90s, sorry, not early, sort of late 90s CGI. There was one where it was sort of like a dancing bear on a carousel or something.
Oh,
People
yeah,
found
that
that
was
one a
actually
bit
terrifying.
Vague.
Yeah.
That's vague for me.
Yeah, but the other one that I've noticed people talk about is there was like one where, again, it was like a CGI thing of like 3 ships or boats or something, like sailing towards the camera, but I don't know much more about it
I
from there.
remember all these things.
Do you remember them all?
Terrifying, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Especially when you're a kid. Yeah. Yeah. They would be even more because you'd be bloody traumatizing.
Yes, indeed. So we just tested Connor's memory right there.
We did. By the way,
Yeah.
Applejack. There you go.
Oh, Applejack, there you
Favorite
go.
My Little Pony. Okay. I thought I'd bring that up. I just didn't just Google that.
You like the one with the cowboy hat then? There we go.
Yeehaw. Well, got the Red Dead Redemption vibes.
Is it probably slightly embarrassing that I can technically name, I think, all of the main cast of My Little Pony? Because there's What's-Her-Face, Twilight Sparkle, there's Applejack, there's Rainbow Dash, there's
How are you able to
Rarity,
do that?
there's Fluttershy, and there's Pinkie Pie. Look,
is someone-
it's the
is someone
internet,
secret-
ladies and gentlemen.
I think someone's secretly a furry. What do you think, Connor?
Furry.
Yeah, a brony.
Brony.
Yeah, big time.
The only reason I know, ladies and gentlemen, is because I like
here we go.
watching Izzy's
Here come-
videos, and
here
she's
come
done a
the-
few
yeah,
about
here come
brony
the excuses.
controversies.
Oh, yeah.
Shut the
yeah.
fuck up, you
yeah.
We'll see you
little
launching
scrawny
Gary's
bitch.
mod and joining the Little Big Planet, My Little Pony servers.
The Little Big
Little
Pony
Big Planet.
servers.
That's a good
Yes.
reference, though, to a
It is
good
my
game.
secret shame. I secretly inhabit the My Little Pony RP servers in Gary's mod. I'm a pony. My my cutie mark is a red triangle, and my actual pony name is probably something along the lines of, Red Sparkle, something like that.
Shadow's Delight. There you go.
Shadow's Delight.
There's a new character. Shadow's
Right.
Delight. Imagine that one.
Interesting.
Do you remember one you mentioned? A childhood you mentioned last time. Art Attack.
Oh,
that
Art
was
Attack.
Yeah.
with Neil Harris, I think was the presenter. It always came up. It's like Blue Peter. We mentioned this.
Neil
It's like,
Buchanan.
was it Neil? Neil Cannon.
Neil
Yes.
Cannon,
Sorry.
was that who it was?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was always like Blue Peter. Do you ever remember? You remember Connor as well? It's like Blue Peter, where they go, they start making something. Here's one I made earlier. Oh right.
Yeah.
Okay. So they didn't bother with the rest of making it. Like they start making it, and then they're like, oh fuck this. Here's one I made earlier.
Here's one the production team made.
Yeah.
Here's one
Exactly
made
what
by
I
an
was doing.
unpaid intern.
In the back room with a whip. Oi! Come on, hurry up, finish it.
What about
Behind the
Smart?
scenes.
You remember Smart?
Smart.
Smart. Oh yeah. Was it sort of painting?
It was like an art show, yeah.
I don't remember
But then
that one.
one of the presenters unalived himself, and it was hit the
Oh.
news.
Oh
Oh
dear.
dear. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, you do.
Good
Some
show, though.
backstories behind shows. You know, because you don't know what happens behind the scenes with production and things like that.
Yeah.
Because I know there's all sorts of shows where people have been abused and hit and all sorts, and you obviously they try to put and so some of them get depressed and then they put like a happy face on. It's like, oh dear, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
You don't.
Robin Williams, for example.
Yes. Yeah, I was trying to think. I'm really trying to like dredge up my memory about Smart, but I don't remember it. So I must.
I vaguely do. Yeah, but that's one that I don't think we mentioned last time.
No. No. I'm trying to think of like some of the really obscure ones that I've mentioned in other So You're Being Hunted episodes, including ones where I've been on my own.
Sooty and Sweep.
Sooty and Sweep.
I used to love that. I used to love Sooty and
Yes.
Sweep.
My mother absolutely loves Sweep, but hates the rest of them. Sweep, she says, is the only cool one in that bunch.
Sweep is the only one who can't really talk.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, that's just a quick anecdote.
Wouldn't it be funny if the reason that Sweet couldn't talk because he had like a
Massive
muffle
cocaine
for
addiction.
his mouth. He's like, and they take his muffle off. Oh, hello! I can finally speak again.
Ah. No, I prefer the explanation of he has a massive cocaine addiction.
Yeah, yeah. It was a weird,
Weird one.
very
Yeah.
weird voice he had. But I used to love that.
Aye.
I'll tell you one that my niece is in love with at the moment. That I did watch a few episodes. Paddington Bear.
Paddington Bear, yeah. Mm.
Yeah.
Indeed.
There's a few movies as well now, isn't
yeah.
there?
Paddington from Peru, who speaks with a very posh British accent.
Yeah, I know. Even
Yes.
they're supposed to be from Peru.
Indeed. Yes.
That was. I always thought there was one. Was it in a book or something? Where I think it was one of the shows I watched. But he was. I think it was him, and he was hiding under a table because he's hiding from someone. And then the way they drew this person like looked under the table to see where Paddington had gone, and it was like a really freaky figure, like
Ugh.
something out of the back rooms looking under the table. Like, oh god, that really traumatized me. That.
Weird. I don't know about that. Yes. Paddington Bear and his nemesis, the actual backrooms entities.
Yeah, God, him. Poor
Party
Paddington.
twist.
Yes.
What was that? I think we might have mentioned it last time. I can't remember it now. The elephant that was multicoloured.
Elmer?
Oh, was it Elmer?
Yes.
And it had stories up like the Hungry Caterpillar. There's one.
Where the wild
Which
things are.
Where the Wild Things Are. Yeah, it was like Elmer. That was it. Yeah, that was a book originally. It was a book, but I think they did make a couple of shows out of it as well.
Yes.
The Elmer, yeah, the multicoloured elephant. I think he was made out of patchwork or something, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, Elmer the Patchwork Elephant. Yeah, I think it was just called
That's
that.
the
Yeah.
one. See, when you mentioned elephant there, at first I thought of a completely different show, which had an elephant character in it, which was way beyond our time. But I do sort of sometimes remember coming back from A-level college, and when we turn on the TV and it would be on whichever channel it came on, and suddenly for a moment it would be on there. It was called Pocoyo or something.
Oh.
Yes, it had like a
Something's-
kid, then there was like a duck called Pato, and an elephant character called Ellie, I think it was. And I don't think
That's original,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
All elephants.
Not watched it.
All elephants seem to be called Ellie, don't they?
Ellie
in
the
shows and
elephant.
stuff.
Wonder why
Hung-
that could be.
It's very
Ellie,
creative.
It is. It is indeed. The Hungry Caterpillar. I think there was a few. I think they did a few shows on that. I know that was a book as well.
Yeah, indeed.
We like it, not to be confused with the Human Centipede.
Ooh.
No,
That's a very
totally.
different kids movie, that
That's
one.
yeah. Oh God, can you imagine if? Oh no, that would be awful. Oh look, there's the new Hungry Caterpillar film out.
Oh, no.
Weirdly, it's called the Human Centipede. I wonder why it's called that. Oh well,
The
let's take
Hungry
little Timmy
Centipede.
let's take little Timmy with us to go and see this new film.
Mm.
Timmy walks in. 2 hours later, Timmy walks out, and it's just
Traumatised.
that 1,000-yard stare, and just the hair is up on end. Yeah.
The very hungry centipede, Timmy. Mm. We know you like creepy crawlies and bugs, Timmy. Here's a good one for you.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and see it.
Indeed.
And then they come out. Oh, I've heard there's a sequel. Should we go and see that one as well?
Yeah,
I don't think there was a sequel to that. But oh God, horror writers think of all sorts of things, don't they?
yeah.
I mean, what mind did they decide to stitch human bodies up so they all look like a centipede and put one person's head up their arse? Oh dear.
Well, people have crazy ideas for trashy horror films and all that, and then they do it. Too much money and all that.
Deprived minds. That horror film. Saw. Final Destination.
Oh yes, those lovely
Yeah.
kids movies. Indeed.
What else we got on the kids front? Should we mention one to annoy Andrew?
No.
I think because I remember. Do you remember, Connor, when we did the very first you joined us with when we talked about toys
Yes.
from the 1990s? Yeah, we kept talking about one particular toy brand that might have come, not Bratz, but one that kept annoying Andrew, and it's a children's show. Do you remember? It began with T. Second letter was W.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Stop it.
Next was E.
No.
Go on, say it, Connor. What would it be?
I'm drawing a blank here.
Oh, thank
Twee.
God. No.
Twee.
No. Nah.
Tweenies.
No.
Tweenies. There we go.
No.
Yeah.
No. Stop. As soon as you say the name, the fucking theme tune gets into my head.
Oh, I love it. Oh, what a show. Oh, the best show ever was
Okay.
Tweenies.
Ugh. No, it's fucking weird looking bloody. Yeah. No, hate them. Kick them out of the room. Get rid of them. Throw them off a
That
bridge.
was. We've got to remember that because that was the very very first video that Connor joined us with. Was
Yeah,
that
it
Saving
was.
Hunts episode with all about the toys? Yeah.
Yes.
So long
Wasn't it?
ago.
Yeah, it
It
was
was.
an interesting little one. That.
We should do another like toys themed one, but we should sort of do one where it's going way back further in time because there are certainly some interesting ones from like the 70s and the 80s which we will be familiar with.
Or why don't we do one where we have like different sort of like the top 5 games
Yeah.
of each year?
We could
Actually,
actually.
there's
Yeah.
interesting one. Yeah, games. That could be an
You
interesting,
see, you're
intriguing one.
full of great ideas today, aren't you, Phil?
Oh, I am, aren't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Except for the
Just
Tweenies
replace
one.
these.
Tweenies is
sucked.
great. How dare you diss the Tweenies? It was the next step up. After you'd grown up a bit, you went from Teletubbies to Tweenies.
Oh,
That was
God.
the next stage.
Yes.
You were like, you got older, and your parents were like, "Do you want the Teletubbies?" No, I'm too old for that now, mother. apparently, you've aged. Yeah,
I'm here for
you've
that
aged-
hard-hitting drama of the Tweenies.
For some reason,
Yes.
you've aged from being, 4 years old to suddenly sounding like you're about 19. All right, mother, let's get Tweenies on.
Smoking 40 a day.
And then after that,
that's what happens. He's still like 6 years old, but he's now smoking 40 a day. Oh, mother, have you got me Tweenies on? I want to watch it. I love Milo.
so
I
after
ain't got
you've
time
had
for
your,
that Teletubbies shite now.
so Teletubbies is your first phase, Tweenies is your second phase, and then your third phase is you actually develop a good taste in kids' TV shows, and you move away from all that shit.
Dexter's Lab.
Dragon Ball
Dexter's
Dexter's
Lab.
Lab. There you go.
Dexter's Lab.
Dexter's Lab, yeah.
That's it.
Yes.
What else was on Cartoon Network? Cow and Chicken.
Cool.
Remember that one?
Cramp Twins.
Ren
Yes.
and Stimpy.
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
That was scary.
It was a bit freaky.
That came straight from the back rooms, that show.
It did, didn't it? It was
I've never
weird
actually
because
watched
it was like his owners never believed him. He was always scared all the time, but it was not. It's like he was paranoid, but he was not actually paranoid because the things that happened
Yeah.
did actually happen.
So basically, it
it's
was kind of
not-
like, Dog Gets Gaslit, the children's cartoon, kind of.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Gaslighting
What
my
else?
dog. Here we are.
What else did we have? What the very good popular? I'm just thinking popular children's shows at the time. Because Cartoon Network was obviously the Looney Tunes.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that was a gigantic one.
Indeed.
Yeah, I remember watching a few Looney Tunes episodes. Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry, yeah. Let's go
that
through
was
some of the obscure ones I remember and see if you actually can remember some of these from your
Okay.
youth. What about a show that was called Fat Dog Mendoza?
No.
Yep, just silence, and nobody remembers that one.
I know you have talked about this one before,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I can't remember which studio. It's probably like an American studio that made that one. It just for a brief period got showed over here. It's basically a kid and his dog, but the dog kind of like was like a fat dog and it had like a grown man's voice, and it was sort of I can't remember exactly. It like kept coming up with weird business ideas and things like that or something. It was a cartoon. But yeah, that was a weird one. I seem to have memories of another show called The Weekenders, another cartoon.
The Weekend. Does it sound? So sure you're not talking about The Weekend, that very famous popular band,
No, not that. There was one called The Weekenders, I'm sure of it.
or the very popular 2 days you have off at the end of the week.
Yes,
We all
I'm
love we all love
confusing it
to
with
the
a pair of days. Indeed. Robinson Sucro, do you remember that one?
Nope.
I have actually talked about that one before. It's, it was
you
the
just-
one that's based on
so-
Robinson Crusoe, but at first I thought it was just called Robinson Crusoe, but no, it's Robinson Sucre. It's by a French one, that one.
So when everyone was watching the default normal ones that everyone else watches, you were just sat there finding,
Yes.
I'm too good for
Cool
these
for
ones.
that.
I want to find my own obscure.
Yes, I
It's
was a I was a hipster child, I was watching those before it was cool and all that. Indeed.
I don't think they ever got cool. It sounds
No,
like
they didn't. They were niche.
we've never heard of them.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
was watching the television Tubbies instead.
The television
Yeah.
Tubbies. Yes.
Televisual. Also, why are they called tubbies? I thought, sorry, that's against fat.
Televisual fatties.
Yeah, like the fat controller. Oh my
Yes.
god, we had a massive go at because they called him the fat controller. Wow. So you now have to call him his proper name because they got really uppity about it.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't say things like that. That's not politically correct. Call someone fat. Get over it.
Yes. He's just a kid's character.
I
Again,
know.
we just
Again,
need
it's
to go
that
back
thing.
to
They're
that.
just a kid's character, but no, you have to get worked up about it.
Yes. Indeed.
I don't even know what the children's shows are today. I know there's like Bluey.
Bluey.
Bluey's a big one.
Peppa
Yeah.
Pig.
Oh yeah, Peppa. Oh god, I can forget
Oh.
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Bloody Pig. It's only fun when it's in pepper sauce.
No, you're not wrong.
I got morbid very quickly. Yes.
I'm sure that's the scenes we'd like to see from Mock the Week. That one actually.
It probably is.
I think I've heard
remembered
Hugh
it from
Dennis
there.
say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably where I've remembered it from. Indeed. I just couldn't remember where I'd heard it, so I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
I'll
think
say
it was
that
like
joke.
unlikely things for a continuity announcer to say. I think it was, and Hugh Dennis came up with.
that
And now
what it
we
is?
return to Peppa Pig in pepper sauce.
Classic. Fantastic stuff.
Yeah, Peppa Pig. That is one that
Yeah.
they are doing now. Yeah, but I'm just trying to remember. What was my niece
Coco
into.
Melon.
Coco Melon. Oh God Almighty.
Coco Melon. What's that?
Yeah, that's very popular. That.
Oh,
Very shit CGI and everything is sung.
oh dear.
So like Baby Shark, then maybe.
Oh no! Don't get that theme tune in my flipping head. That's a
It's very
horrible
sort of in the realm of. I'm trying to think of that episode that you did. Very
Brain
sort of. Yeah, brain rot. Yeah,
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot the word for it then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in that sort of mentality, Coco Melon and
Oof.
Baby Shark is that sort of thing. It just
Yes.
keeps you entertained, doesn't it? Because it's like flashing imagery, and it's a good job you haven't got kids who are epileptic. Jeez.
Indeed.
Although at the moment, my niece is actually watching. She's very interested in Moana and
Moana.
Toy Story
Okay.
at the
Not
moment.
bad.
Yeah,
Yes.
watching the old Toy Story.
Yeah, not too bad taste wise.
So she likes those. She's only 2, so she likes a bit of Toy Story, which is Toy Story is a good one. I've only ever seen the first 2. I know there's 4 Toy Story films
Yeah.
now.
I've seen
I've
all
seen the
4
first
of them.
2.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen all 4 of you?
But
Yes.
they are good.
I was watching it because when I went over to see my sister, there was Toy Story 4 on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I've seen 1 and 2, but not seen 3 or 4.
I always think 3's probably the best one. I don't know. It's the one that I think is the best out of all 4 of them, personally.
Yeah, it's good.
Yes.
At least they're doing okay, not milking it unlike Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, they milked that, didn't they?
The
How
fourth
many
one.
of those films are there now? Like 11 or some
Oh
shit?
God.
Yeah. It's like the Saw films. God only knows how many of them there are.
Ugh.
It's like 7 or 8 of them.
Yes, pretty much.
Yeah,
Fast and
Pirates of the
Furious.
Oh God. Oh God.
How many of them
Fast-
are there?
Absolutely tons. How many can Vin Diesel star it? Well, as long as he's getting millions upon millions of dollars,
Yes.
he'll be in them. It's like Daniel Craig. He was like, "Oh no, I'm not doing another Bond film. I'm not doing another Bond film. Well, how about we give you some money? Oh, okay.
Dangle a
Okay, I'll do
paycheck.
another Bond film.
Yeah. How much are you going to give me? Oh, really? You're going to give me that much? Well, I'll certainly do another Bond film for that. And then he's going to be like, at the end, right, I'm being serious now. No more Bond. But, I mean, we could give you, another 500 million.
Well, that's the
Ooh,
thing.
well,
Doing another Bond film.
yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though. If you've seen the end of No Time to Die, you know technically he dies at the end of that one. So it's like, yeah, that's how they basically decided to write him out of the franchise. So yeah, whoever the next Bond is, it's probably going to be a complete reboot. Spoiler alert and all that.
Well, I was going to watch that.
Well, you don't need to watch it now. You know how it ends.
It's a big, it spoiled it for everyone. There could be loads of people out there who haven't seen No Time
It's
to Die.
been out for flipping.
It doesn't
couple of
matter how
years
long it's
now.
been out.
You've
Can't
had
be
all
spoiling
time
things
in
like
the
that,
world
Andrew.
to see it. It's not your fault. I mean, it's your fault. Sorry.
No, you just said it
Bollocks.
wasn't my fault.
Well,
But it's not
shit.
Phil's fault.
Yeah,
Quick,
it's your
distract
fault
him.
instead.
I've got to find a quick question to distract him. Who's your least favourite My Little Pony character, ladies and gentlemen?
Twilight Dash Sparkle,
Twilight Dash
Rainbow
Sparkle.
Puppy, Rainbow Puppy, Rainbow.
Wow, I'm not
There you
familiar
go.
with that one. Can you say that
Not
name
heard of
again
that
for
one.
me?
God, and I thought you were a brony, and you don't even know who that is.
Rainbow Dash Sparkle Pony Puppy Pony
Dash
Rainbow
Rainbow
Dash
Universe,
Dash Universe.
Sky.
It's not been added
Connor's
to his Garry's Mod servers yet.
No.
so-
Yeah, it's not.
Nope, it's not. Indeed. Well, can you remember any other kids shows I remember today? Trying to think of any more obscure ones that I can remember.
I'm trying to see if. What? I'm trying to think what was the most, because I did watch a lot of Cartoon Network, like I said, but
Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo, yeah,
Ah.
the very misogynistic man. He always thought he was the ladies' man, didn't he?
Yes. I don't really remember Johnny Bravo that well, to be honest. It's not something I watched all that often.
Perry the Platypus. There you go.
Perry Platypus. Yours.
With Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
God, there's so many like kids shows that everyone talks about, and I'm just like, I never actually really ever watched them. I don't know them that well.
What did you do as a kid?
I used to love drawing a lot. So
Just
I was-
Thomas the Tank
and
Engine.
Thomas the Tank Engine, and yeah. Then of course, late '90s we got our first home computer, and it was Captain Claw from there on out. So, yeah, indeed.
That would have been good as a show, a kids show though.
I know,
Captain Claw.
it would have been, wouldn't it?
And then you moved on to more adult cartoons like The Simpsons,
The Simpsons,
South Park.
South Park. Well, I never actually really watched South Park, in all honesty.
I don't think I
Shocked
may have seen a few
silence.
episodes, but
Yes.
it's-
I was always scared because when I was young, I tried to hide from my parents of watching anything with swear words in it
Right.
because I thought I'd always get done. I got when I was only 15 or 16, I got GTA San Andreas, and my mum actually bought it for me because obviously I was too young to buy it. She actually bought it for me, and I tried to hide it from my dad because I didn't want to know I was playing an 18 game. And then when I was watching TV, if swear words were going on, I'd turn the volume down. No.
Yes. You're
I accidentally turn it up. Fuck! Oh shit!
Just 3 a.m. in the morning, just a loud fuck resounds through the household. I'm like,
My dad
"Young
wakes
Philip,
up. What was that?
Nothing.
Blasted young whelp is watching TV again at early hours of the morning."
I think at the end of the day, though, I don't think my dad gave a shit. To be honest, that I was
No,
playing.
he
To be
probably
honest,
didn't.
no, my
Yeah.
dad, for some reason, he doesn't really understand video games.
Is he not into them? No.
No, and he's not into them at all. I think I've once tried to. He once played a game way back, I think it was Batman Begins when I had Batman
Right.
Begins on the PlayStation 2, and he tried that. He's okay, and he played a bit of FIFA together. But then apart from that, he doesn't really
Yeah.
doesn't really understand it. My mum's
much
played a
so.
few, but she only really used to play she liked Tomb Raider.
Tomb Raider.
And my sister's just not really in at all. Although I think I think at one point she was interested in Minecraft.
Minecraft. Yeah.
I told her about the Minecraft movie, and she was curious about it. She was like,
Really?
maybe we should go and see it."
Yeah. We should go and see the Minecraft movie with the strange blocky llamas and whatever else in it.
And Jack
blocky
Black,
skeletons.
of all people, Jack Black's a very good
Yeah.
comedian. So
I think he's the
he'd
sort of
probably
actor
fit.
you would expect to see in that kind of film.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am curious about it though, to see what it's all about. See if it's any, because there are mixed reviews. There are some people who say it's utter wank, and there are some people who actually say no, it's actually quite decent.
Yeah. Because you got to watch it for yourself and judge and all that.
That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually know
Probably
the
just a
storyline.
safe movie, isn't it? Like a safe Hollywood gamble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they've done really well. God, so considering 2009, Minecraft first started with Notch, and obviously, he's long gone now because it's all with Mojang and Microsoft who own it now. But the fact that they managed to actually get it turned into a movie, I'm not exactly sure the storyline, but I think it's something like Jack Black's character. Well, he plays Steve. He gets sucked into a portal, doesn't he, or something?
I don't know. I've no idea.
And
Yes.
has to fight creepers, and They actually do, like, the animation of them building something on the crafting table is really weird. I think they
God.
like put it down and it's like a massive explosion happens in front of them and the item gets made. It just, I don't, it is very CGI because I don't quite know
Yeah.
how you can turn Minecraft into a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I say, is it one of those movies where basically, if you haven't played Minecraft, you're just going to be stumped by what the heck is going on, in essence? In all
Probably, yeah.
likelihood, yes.
Probably, we'll have to see because we know the reputation of video games or movies based off video games are usually. There have been some outliers which have been really good. Like I said, Detective Pikachu and the Sonic the Hedgehog when they remade it. But
Yeah.
and I think some of the Mortal Kombat. But then you got some awful ones like there was a Mario one and there was. I think one of the Resident one of the Resident Evil ones was really shocking.
Yeah, I have seen a Resident Evil movie before years and years ago. It had Colin Salmon in it, Salmon in it even. But he's the only person who I can remember from it, so yeah.
I thought you said for a minute it had cod and salmon in it. It's like,
Cod and salmon.
fish,
That's a very
random
niche
fish
thing
there.
to remember from a movie, but sure. Yes,
Just of all the movie, I remember there was some cod and salmon in there.
it looked very tasty.
Maybe you were hungry that day, and that's all you saw. Oh, I could do with it. I'm having have a bit of salmon for my tea now.
Yes,
Umbrella went to Blackpool.
yes. Colin Salmon was in it, and all I really remember is the bit where he's in like a corridor with a laser security system, and he basically gets killed by it, and he just like gets lasered into lots of little pieces.
Well, he's no Leon Kennedy, is he?
No, he's not.
Ooh,
Indeed.
Resident Evil 4 reference. There.
Yes, indeed.
Resi 2.
Resi 2.
Is that what you call it? Quickly, guys, we've got dead air here. We need to fill the void of silence with more kids things.
Hey, are you ready to play?
Oh no! Stop!
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. No, yeah.
Stop! You know, when you're unsafe, surprise tweenies come in just when you're not expecting them.
What about Barbie? Yes, that was
Barbie?
the best kid show. I don't even know if there was a kid show, but there probably was.
It probably was at one
But-
point, yeah.
Then they turned it into a movie and had it run alongside Oppenheimer. So that was strange.
Yeah,
That was a strange moment in because it became a massive meme, didn't it?
Indeed.
Barbieheimer.
didn't know Barbie created the atom bomb and all that. Fascinating.
That's what she does in her spare time. After roller skating about everywhere, she went and created the atom bomb.
Yeah, see? Really motivating little girls that they can do all kinds of crazy things in life.
And then on the other side of the spectrum, Robert Oppenheimer decided to go around skating and wear all pink.
We're all pink. Yeah, exactly. Indeed. It's definitely what he did and all that.
It was like it was just sitting there while he was creating he was like, "Hi guys, it's time to make the atom bomb. Let me just put on my pink skirt."
Oh, dearie me. Hi, guys. Today I'm going to split atoms. Today I'm going to bomb Japan.
Yeah, let's do it while I skate around everywhere.
Yes.
And that was another controversy, wasn't it? That unrealistic expectation body standard for women
Oh,
was
yeah,
Barbie.
Barbie.
Oh God,
Yes,
you find controversy about anything nowadays, don't you?
you do.
Very
You do
true.
indeed.
Like one of the like our prime minister is like in front of the podium, but standing a bit too far to the right. Oh, he's right leaning.
He's right.
What? How are you getting that from that? Well, now he's gone left. He's left wing now. He's on the left side.
Wow.
People. That's the issue.
Yes.
People will find things like that, like what side of the podium they're standing on, or
People are terminally online and it's doing things to their brains, Phil.
oh, it's woke.
It's what?
Yeah, that's what there's only one. Here, Con. There's only one definition of woke, and that is the past tense of to wake up. All
I
right,
agree with
that's all you're using it for. That's
Yes.
the only occasion you can use the term woke. Oh, I have just woken up. That's perfectly fine to use.
Indeed, indeed. Yes.
Not to use it in any other form at all.
Exactly.
Imagine if they made a Thomas the Tank Engine, but for planes or for cars. Well,
I'm pretty sure
there's the
there
first-
is a plane one from back in
Is
the
there
day.
a plane one?
Yeah, I think it was
There
called
is.
JJ the jet plane. Was that it?
Oh,
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. They
And
had
it looked
massive
horrible.
faces.
massive. Like Cars, although
Yeah.
that was a film. That was a film, was Cars.
Indeed. There was one with boats as well. I think it was Tugs, was it not?
Oh, I do remember that one. Yeah.
Yes. But JJ the jet plane, I think, like had just had really horrible late 90s, early 2000s CGI. It was bad.
So
Every
bad.
word.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember it now. I don't remember seeing much of it, but
Yeah.
it's sort of things there. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember it too well myself. I just have images of it in my head, but I don't remember it ever actually watching any episodes of it. So
Yeah, I watched a lot of kids shows, but then obviously it came to the point where we started getting our own home PC, and just after that just started playing games.
yeah, exactly.
Or first it's like messing around. We didn't really have any games. Then I got my first game, which Spirit of Destiny, I believe, when I was in Germany.
Good one to have
Yeah.
when you're a little wee whippersnapper, isn't it? Get that chain gun out and blast away some Nazis.
Yeah. What was your first game, Connor? Like what was the very first video game that you can ever play? Do you remember when you were young? Or
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah,
was it?
indeed.
Yeah, or on the Mega Drive.
See, that's nice and friendly. But whereas I started straight in with Wolfenstein 3D.
Yeah.
I think
was
that,
good.
when I got
was like-
PC, it was Jazz Jackrabbit.
Oh my
Heard
god,
of
Jazz
that?
Jackrabbit. Holy shit, I have heard of it, yeah. Now that's an obscure 90s platformer
That is not just like
Yeah.
Jim. Earthworm Jim as well. Actually, one of the other first games I had was I did have an edutainment game. It was like Reader Rabbit.
I'll read a rabbit. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd Reader Rabbit, where you had to solve math problems while jumping through this. You got caught by an evil monster thing, and you had to complete stuff in his castle, like maths questions and science and English questions. And you had to do that in order to escape. Yeah, Reader Rabbit.
Yeah.
As well as Isle of Science. Now that was one of my favourite edutainment
Yeah.
games. I used to love Isle of Science because it was actually fun the way it was done. There were two others. I think that was a Dorling Kindersley game. So
Yes.
they're really good for the edutainment games. Isle of Maths. There was an Isle of Maths one, and I think there might have been an Isle of History.
Uh,
I can't remember. I never played the Isle of Maths because maths is fucking shut now.
yes. That one was doomed to fail, wasn't it? Because you can't put love and maths in the same sentence; they just don't go together. Indeed.
Because I did have a thing. I did have a bit of a thing for science, so I think that's why I had a look at that. And
Yeah.
But I think those were like the first. But I think Wolfenstein 3D was the first non-edutainment game that I played on floppy disk. So that was fun.
Yeah.
When it was standard for all PCs to have a floppy disk drive.
Yeah, I remember those days.
Yes.
Oh god, those are the days. Well, funny thing is, it was when we used to live in Germany, and we visited a family. They were a French family, and they had the Spirit of Destiny on the floppy disk. And while the parents were talking, they said, "Why don't you go and play?" So I thought, let's stick it in, and I started playing it. Thought, "Oh, this is good. Oh, look at the graphics on this game. 1992. Oh my god, the graphics are amazing."
These pixels, lovely.
It's so real.
I know it's like another game. And now you look at it when you've got the big Assassin's Creed games, the ones with like ray tracing and everything, and you're like, wow, okay, what was I thinking?
There's a great Kadikarus video you can go and watch where he looks through the wild world of old school video game advertisements, ads and things.
I've watched that one.
Yeah, it's a good
it's
one. Yeah, and he has
I'll have to look at that.
what was it? It was for a particular console or something, and it was like a teacher in front of a classroom, and she was like, this console has only 16 bits, but this one has 32 bits, but this one has 64 bits.
Oh my god,
Yes.
64 bits.
Which one is that for superior class? Was it for the Ouya? Was it for that? Was that what the advert was for? I can't remember.
Oh god,
No
the Ouya.
way. The Ouya.
The Ouya.
Ouya, I remember that. Oh dear, that was a
God.
massive fail, wasn't it?
It
Like
was.
the Virtual Boy.
Wow.
That was a big flop as well.
That was-
Indeed. Indeed it
Because
were.
gave everyone headaches and you could only see in red or black.
Yes.
What is this? Looks like those wine gums. They've actually made their own wine gums, the red and black ones.
Oh, Maynard's
Yeah.
wine gums.
Yeah, there's a red and black version, which I think my favourite's the lemon and the lime ones. Why is there not one of those? Just a whole packet of them.
We've
Honestly.
drifted so far. Children's TV shows and games, and now we're onto wine gums. What a wide-ranging
Who doesn't-
conversation.
Who doesn't love a bit of sweeties?
See? Yeah, indeed. Well,
I think we should
I think
have
that's
to
a
leave
good
it there
place
then.
to wrap up there.
Connor, should we leave it there?
I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up there.
Yes.
Good.
Indeed.
We're going to chicken wrap it up.
Chicken jockey.
Indeed.
Yeah, chicken burrito it up.
But, just to check that Connor and Phil have definitely been paying attention, I need you to quickly reiterate for me your favourite My Little Pony characters. Quick, quick, quick. Go, 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 go.
Oh, shit. Who was it? I'm going to Google it again. The one with the cowboy hat.
Vulpix. The one with the cowboy hat.
Dash.
Apple Dash was the one.
That's it, Apple Dash. Yeah.
That was what you. Apple Dash? No, sorry, Applejack even. God, I couldn't even remember the name.
I think that's also a drink, isn't it, as well?
Probably is, yeah.
An alcoholic drink, probably.
Rainbow Dash, that was the one you said earlier, wasn't it, Connor?
Possibly.
Yeah,
Yes.
probably was. I think it was, and all that. Yeah. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So, hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me, you two.
Oh, hang on.
Thanks,
You've done a bit of perfect alignment there.
I know,
The
I have.
spoke of the pier is lining up with that chimney tower there.
Yeah, it is. It's like something stuck in something else there. Perfect, isn't it?
I beg your pardon?
Satisfying. Something stuck in something else.
Beg your pardon.
Oh,
We don't
well,
condone that sort of language around here.
What, not
Oh
put-
my
putting
goodness me!
keys
This
into
is a
keyholes?
family-friendly channel. Children are watching. Stupid fuckers. But they're watching.
Food in fridges. Food in
Building
freezers.
fridges.
Things inside other things. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Post
Goodbye.
inside post boxes.
Goodbye.
Farewell.
I haven't even done my outro yet, ladies and
Fuck off.
gentlemen.
We don't care about your outro. You know the drill. They go to your propagandist
Thanks,
channel.
hello.
They'll watch you reacting to various stuff. It always seems to be anime because you don't do anything else. but they will go there, and then what they can do is they can leave a like, which means a thumbs up, no thumbs down. They can leave a comment where they could say, "Oh my god, this is the most amazing video ever. I loved it so much. I'm orgasming into my pants." Or they can even they've done the comment. Subscribe. That's the next one. They can press the subscribe button, and they'll be subscribed to your channel, where they have to pay you a monthly fee of £16.40.
Thank you, Phil. That is a very good outro. It had so many elements
No
that I
worries.
liked. Giving me money, orgasming in people's pants, what
Yep,
more could
excuse
you
me.
ask for? Indeed.
Excuse me. What did you just say? This is a family-friendly channel.
Look, we were talking before about putting items in other items, so...
Oh, we were talking about Cocoa Melon, so it's got to be
Oh,
family-friendly.
yeah, true. Oh, right. Cocoa melon, eh? One does love melon and all that.
And baby sharks.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no.
No. Stop.
And
Right, well,
tweenies,
Hey,
yay!
birds to play. Come along and play with the tweenies.
Goodbye, everybody. Well, it's blocked off over there, actually, isn't it? Actually, there's no point going over there, then. Alright, so, yeah, I know where we want to go, then. It wants us to go back over here, swim underneath the gondolas, and probably we'll take our boat the other way. That's what I'm thinking, anyway. Right, let's get in. Let's go for another boat ride. Back up, back water, there we go. God, I really do love the new mechanic of vehicles and all that. I think there might be a dude actually around on this platform over here. Oh, there is, okay. I definitely can't use my friggin' guns, can I, whilst I'm in here? That's the problem. Right, hold it. Maybe we can just swim past this douche.